and as if to accentuate the point that civilians might be the target of these attacks. In fact, there's little doubt that they are. We're hearing from the Kyiv mayor right now that a new curfew has been imposed due to the likelihood of still more shelling. The read on all of this from Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville, who joins us right now. Senator, thank you. What do you make of this? It's beyond doubt now that when Russian air raids are targeting malls, they're not looking for soldiers. They're looking to inflict damage on the civilian population. It's been echoed in attacks on hospitals, on theaters. What do you make of that strategy?
Well, Neil, it's about food supply and water. Putin's kind of figured out this is not going to be real easy. He thought it'd be a 2 or 3 day ordeal. It didn't work out that way. So now he's encircling Kyiv. That's where President Zelensky's at. You know, there's only one road going in and out that's not taken by the Russians. And so they're still getting supplies in that road. But sooner or later, that will close off. They'll squeeze them down. But you notice now the missiles are hitting malls, supermarkets. They're just trying to put as much pressure on the citizens, not as much on the army, but the citizens as possible. They will be the ones eventually that will say enough's enough. Let's get out of this. But you got to feel for Ukraine. We've led from behind, Neil, on this whole thing. 5 months ago, we should have been putting weapons in. We should have been putting sanctions on. But Biden, he continues to lead from behind. And if he doesn't wake up and start playing the leader of the free world, we're going to continue to have problems.
So when you say play the leader of the free world, Senator, does that include air support? Does that include allowing those MiGs that the Poles want to get in there?
Well, here's what I'm talking about, Neil. I was over in Ukraine just a few months ago, and Zelensky told us then, guys, they're coming. We need weapons. We need you to help us. We talked to generals. Lindsey Graham and I talked to 4 generals, said, listen, we're losing hundreds a week, thousands a month already. They're coming across the border. I don't think that Biden nor did NATO think that they were going to cross the border. They should have been, NATO and Biden should have got together months ago and said, guys, listen, here's the deal. Let's go ahead and start putting sanctions on, put the missiles, the surface-to-air missiles on the ground, prepare them, get ready, because you can't do it after the war started. We're trying to panic and give them money and give them supplies. Doesn't work. Game, set, match. Putin wants power. He doesn't want peace. And so he's trying his best. He's trying his best to knock out the citizens of the country, to get them to turn against Zelensky, but it's not going to happen. They are strong, they got strong will, and they love democracy, and they don't want to be under a dictator like Putin.
So having said all of that, Senator, you're quite right. I mean, you were issuing these warnings some time ago. We can't, correct the past, to your point. But do you think the time has come, as do a number of your colleagues, that we up the ante now, that we provide air cover, because our strategy is one to worry over what Vladimir Putin will do, but he's already done so many heinous things. It's too late for that. Go ahead and give them the air support that the Ukrainians are asking for. Do you concur?
No, we don't. Yeah, no, we don't need to get in that, Neil. We need to stay out of it. Even Zelensky told us 6, 7 months ago, I do not want y'all in this war. I want our people to do it. We want to do it. Just help us, physically help us with supplies, with things that we can use to fight off the Russians. They don't want that part.
Does that include those MiGs, though, Senator? I mean, that's also what he has been pushing for, and you know better than many, as he was addressing a session of Congress last week. He wanted those.
Yeah, if the MiGs would help. They've still got MiGs themselves, Neil. They're not getting them off the ground very much. They're just using them sparingly. If that would help, sure. We need to give them to them, but I don't think that's the key to it. The key to it is diplomacy. We have got to get the Ukrainians out of this, and it's going to be through diplomacy with Putin, talking with Zelensky. You can tell now he's saying, listen, I want to talk. I want to get this on the table and talk straight to Putin. But Putin sees now that he's got them panicking a little bit, and he's going to pour it on. He's playing with his toys now. He's shot 2 hypersonic missiles. That wasn't for Ukraine. That was to tell us, hey, look what I got. And they work. So you need to back off. He's hitting supply lines with one of those. He could have shot that downtown Kyiv and really made a mess. But he went all the way across the country to the west part of Ukraine, hit a supply dump. So we got to really be careful here with what we do. But we should have done what we were going to do 4 or 5 months ago. We're playing from behind. It's a home field advantage for Ukraine. That's the reason they've been able to hold up their end of the bargain, but their end of the bargain is really coming to a close. They are slowly choking them off, and we need to save as many people as we possibly can. Thank goodness Biden and the NATO leaders are finally getting together. You know, Biden's over here riding a bicycle this weekend. Get over there and get this thing solved. You know, they won't help. The help that they need to get from us now is diplomacy and sitting down with Putin, getting him on the phone, talking to him, saving as many lives as we possibly can. These people are in trouble.